Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler V series V's I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty chilly out today, but I wanted to showcase the shirt, so I'm dealing with it. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, as alluded to before, I am wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing and torturing myself for you today? It happens to be my Forever Famicom shirt, which is a super cool shirt. You see why I wouldn't want to go over there and hide this with a coat, right? Comes from Mr. Megaran and Mr. K Murdoch, two individuals who are both extremely good dudes. Megaran is one of my favorite artists. I ran into his stuff over 10 years ago, back in them thar days on the internet. I think MySpace was still mildly relevant at that point. But he is a rapper slash hip hop artist who mostly, I don't want to say mostly, but he's most associated with his work with the nerdcore subgenre, which is a subgenre of rap and hip hop that focuses on nerdy stuff. So like superheroes, comics, video games, etc. Obviously, he has that very direct connection, Mega Man. That's kind of how I got into him, because I'm a big fan of Mega Man. And then from getting into his work with that got me into K Murdoch, because they'd collaborated together, and they're just badass, man. Like, seriously, both of them are incredible people. I've been fortunate enough, I've seen them perform live a few times. I actually have videos of said performances. They're on the channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, be more than happy to point you in the right direction, because I think they're awesome individuals. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, folks, I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I've had any version of this snack in probably 10 to 15 years. But I saw these and was like, that looks like a thing I could review. But what are they? They're Boom! They are from Pepperidge Farm makes these? I'll be diggity damned. I just got through reviewing some Pepperidge Farm peppermint slices or some shit. Okay. I did not realize they're Goldfish. They're baked graham snacks from Pepperidge Farm. Is Pepperidge Farm always? Okay, yeah, I guess Pepperidge Farm just does. I always thought it was just Goldfish just being Goldfish. But these are their s'mores flavors. That sounds neat, right? I'm down with that. Let's get a thing for the thing here real quick. It kind of looks like, maybe it'll be a little better over here. Maybe. No, it's probably not. Try out some graham cracker s'mores things, what the hell ever Pepperidge Farm remembers. Oh, I'm glad Pepperidge Farm remembers, because as I get older, I don't always remember. Still remember when my dad was getting a little bit older. I went over there and started teasing him a bit. I'm like, Dad, you're losing it. And he's like, fuck you, I already lost it. Now, I'm going to say this right now. Here's the bag, right? Look at the bag. Decent sized bag. That is how many snacks you're actually getting. That is so... But anyway, and like I said, I genuinely don't think I've had Goldfish of any variety in a very long time. Just never been a go-to snack for me. But looks like we got a chocolate, a graham, and some marshmallows. And these are actually marshmallows too. They're like the Lucky Charms things. So I'm gonna try them individually. Try the graham. It's a graham cracker. It's a nice tasting graham cracker, I'll say that. Not the best tasting I've ever had, but certainly competent. Let's try out chocolate. Chocolate's got more of a cocoa thing going on, which kind of makes sense, I guess. It does take a little bit for the flavor to kick in on that one, though. You got to wait for your saliva to kind of, dissolve it before you really start to get the chocolate flavor. But once you do, it's nice. almost a little bit of a, I won't say like a dark chocolate, but it's got a little depth to it. Like I said, kind of a cocoa hit. And those just taste like every shitty cereal marshmallow that you've ever had. They're perfectly fine. Not a shit ton of flavor though. Those are one of those things that I feel they don't translate as well going from childhood to adulthood. And maybe that's just because you're getting older, your taste buds are dying. But I always, obviously, I loved them as a kid, man. I'd pick them out of the fucking Lucky Charms and whatever. As I've gotten older, it's like they're fine, I guess, but they don't really. Okay. Now let's do a full combination. And we're going to do this proper. Try to as much as possible, anyway. Okay. We've got a gram. We've got marshmallow. Oh man, my hands are not steady enough for this. Plus it's cold, so they're shaking anyway. Then we got the chocolate. Little structural stability. And then, finally, another gram. Because that's a s'more. Let's give it a go. It's kind of better individually. Honestly, it doesn't really work that well as a whole thing. Maybe if I'd done one less gram on it, maybe if I just let that be. Cause yeah, honestly, like it just felt like the flavors, instead of melding together like they would with a proper s'more, they honestly just kind of started canceling each other out. Like the first thing I got was the marshmallow, which I was like, oh, that's surprising, didn't expect the marshmallow to come through so quickly. But then that actually kind of dropped off, and then it really just became a battle between the chocolate and the graham, and neither really seemed to be able to win, And I think that's, you're not, it's not melted chocolate, it's not, toasted marshmallow. Those are the things that elevate the whole s'more thing. Okay. Let's do a quick little thing here. Just fuck it. I think it works best if you just do it like that, if you just shovel it in. It's perfectly fine. It's sort of s'mores-esque, I guess. Yeah, okay. Well, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get them again? Would I recommend them? No. Kinda-ish. I think for me personally, they're not bad. Like, there's nothing I actively dislike about them. But, we live in a time where, like, everything that can be s'mores flavor, people try to make s'mores flavor. And I like that. I mean, I like s'mores and stuff. But I do think there's stuff that works better and works, worse for it. This, I don't know. I just don't feel like it really does that great a job of encapsulating that flavor. Like, it's a little bit there. But you just, because you don't have the toasted marshmallows, because you don't have the melted chocolate, the problem is that it ends up fighting itself. It doesn't come together as one nice homogeneous flavor. Instead, the flavors almost just start canceling each other out. But it's not bad. Like, I don't dislike it. I'll certainly finish it. But yeah, I don't know. I honestly think I probably would have been happier with just some normal Goldfish snacks. But again, not terrible or anything. But I don't think I'd get them again. But if I'm recommending them, kinda-ish. Like, they're not a bad snack. I guess they're a little bit of fun. Maybe they work better for kids. I'm not recommending you give them to kids or whatever. Give them healthy stuff or what the fuck ever. But maybe it would work better for them. Maybe their younger taste buds could make more of it than I can. But yeah, I feel like if nothing else, I feel like they're underwhelming. They're not bad, but I'm not upset. I'm disappointed with them. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, tremendous rest of your year. Folks over there have themselves a truly proper s'mores-tastic rest of your life. Proper s'mores. Fucking amazing. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your opinion on s'mores? You know, I think they're almost universally beloved, but of course there's going to be some people who don't get into them. Thinking specifically, the one that I can think of off the top of my head is Ebbers from the Sorted Food channel. Who I really like Sorted Food. I like Ebbers. I think he's a fun character. He obviously seems to be a really good chef, but I know he famously is not that big into sort of the junkier style of foods. Like he won't eat a Big Mac, and he's it is what it is. He's a very qualified chef. I imagine it's harder when you're that person to kind of go into that stuff. But I'm a layman. I'm a reviewer of the people, so I just try to keep it real. But what do you personally think about it? Anyway.